Hello, my dears. How are you? It's day-oyabunmi. Welcome back to my channel, The Divine Mind. Welcome on in. This is another messages from the Divine Ashe. If you are interested in a personal reading, Ifa or Heterisha reading, if you're interested in Ifa-Orisa related ebooks, online trainings, an ebook on how to read tarot intuitively, or my Patreon, some other stuff. I got a poetry book on there, okay? Check out my website, daydreamalston.com. Okay, great. Shout out to my patrons, my Divine Tribe on Patreon. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your support. And also, I would like to shout out Omo Oyas that are watching it by Oya. Shout out to you. And I love you guys. Just had to shout out my fellow children of Oya, my sisters and brothers. Greetings. So today we're actually using a new divination tool. I got an idea for a divination tool through a dream. And I woke up and I said, well, if they are telling me to use these things, then I will. They wanted me to use some wood. So I went and got some little wood blocks. Okay, and I'm going to cast them and then I'll get information and I'll share it with you, okay? Let's check in and see what the divine wants us to know at this time, okay? So I'm going to cast probably like 3 times, and I'm also going to use the words from a rune deck alongside my divination cubes, I call them. And let's see. Oh, and maybe this deck over here that I created as well. Yeah, my little handmade deck, okay? Let's see what comes up. Ooh la la. Let's go. For some of you, and I think you'll probably be feeling this in your energy field already, but you are entering a completely new cycle. This is a completely new beginning for you. Everything is fresh and new in a particular area of your life. I see that some of you have moved to a new area and you're getting to know this place. Some of you moved to this place a few years ago, but because of the pandemic, you still don't know the place. So you're getting out and you're really experiencing what it has to offer. So I just feel this energy of newness. For some of you, this is, of course, a new start, a fresh start, and new beginnings in some area of your life. Completely new. Like I feel like a clean slate. And I picked that up before, that there's like a clean slate coming to some of us. For others of you, this is an energy of leadership and honor. Like you're being promoted and raised up, elevated to a new level of being. And I just feel like the sense of like childlike excitement. Remember when you were younger and like your first day of school, how excited you would be, and every year it was the same thing. It was like this newness, this excitement, or entering a new stage where you learned how to drive a car, when you had your first place, you got your first car, all of these things. It's kind of like this energy of like newness coming in. So the divine wants you to see that you're in a state where there's like a portal opening, where you're able to create something new. Like whatever was in the past was in the past. The divine wants you to let it go. There's something you need to drop so that you can just move forward and go in that new direction that you're being called to. This is a good time for some of you to wear protective amulets. If you have Ide, which is the Ifa beads, if you have, your Ilekes, if you have any type of like protective amulets, this would be a good time. I see for some of you, as you're entering this new stage, you might have some people, or at least one person, who's a little jealous of you or not feeling that you're doing well. Like some of you, this is an elevation for you, and you might have an evil eye or two on you. If you don't have a protective amulet, it's okay to just pray. Do whatever you do to lift yourself up, to protect yourself, so to speak. Anything else about this particular thing you need to know? As you're entering this new state, some people might not be or this, sense of newness. This could be a new attitude for you, some type of inspiration. You may have people that are pushing against it, fighting against it, not feeling it. Oh, why are you doing this? You're getting the card stand your ground with the number 11 here. 11 might be significant for you. Do what you want to do. This is your life, like this is your incarnation. You came to live it the way that you are meant to live it. Oh, number 1 keeps coming out. Independence, confidence, and new beginnings. The number 1 is very important for you at this time. 1, 1, 1, 1, 11, 11, 11 is really important. But know that 1 signifies like the beginning of something, right? The start of something. So just be open to newness coming in. You're also being encouraged to be authentic at this time. Authenticity is going to serve you very, very well. Okay? If you're interested in a personal tarot reading, an Ifa reading, a Ifa-Orisa reading, if you're interested in Ifa-Orisa online trainings, ebooks, even an ebook on how to read tarot intuitively, or my Patreon, check out my website, daydreamalston.com, or the description box below. And please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Ashe. Take the lead. Some of you are being encouraged to take the lead, to stand up and speak out. Some of you may be in a situation, an environment where something unjust or unfair is happening, and you're going to be inspired to stand up and speak out, and that's exactly what you need to do. You are the one. That's what the divine is sharing. Like, you are the one, and you know that. So speak up, stand up, because you doing that is going to help others. What else do we need to know this time? For some of you, your children are coming into focus. I see that some of you have a child that's like newly independent. I don't know if they're going off to college or they're moving out, but there's this sense of your child being independent now and you having more freedom and independence because your child actually has more freedom and independence. That's for some of you. For others of you, you're being encouraged to really focus on nurturing yourself. Some of you are coming off of a sickness and you need to, I see woundings. There's something about sickness and wounds or like recovery. Allow yourself that time to recover, really care for yourself. Take really good care of yourself because you're going to need to nourish yourself correctly. Make sure you're eating the right things. You're taking your medicine that you need to and things like that. Some of you need to nurture your root chakra. I don't know if you feel that when your root chakra is out of balance, there's anxiety and fear, right? And you don't feel safe and secure. So there's a need to really nurture your root chakra, nurture your foundations, really care for your foundations. Give like a mothering love and energy to the things in your life that you've built, that you care for. That's going to be really important at this time as well. Some of you are getting pregnant. Someone's getting pregnant or is pregnant right now. Congratulations. I just feel like this is a really important moment in your life. And that this child is just going to be such a blessing and a gift to you. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know at this time? Wow. What else do we need to know? Some of you your clairaudient abilities are picking up with maybe hearing things. Some of you whose mother is on the other side, whose mother is in the unseen realms, in the ancestral realms, you're having visions of her or hearing from her clearly, like you're literally hearing her voice, and she's calling on you. Some of you need to cleanse your home. Some of you have I feel like a female spirit in your home that could be causing some issues. Not to say that she's wicked, but even spirits can have unstable energy, right? And then they're in your space and it can impact you negatively. So look into ways to cleanse your home, to clean your space. If you have particular ways that you're doing, that you do so. If you've been feeling off lately, do some cleansing and clearing, okay? For some of you, you're going to be having like this very joyful period with children, like teaching children, sharing knowledge with them, doing things for them. Right now is a really good time, in addition to nurturing yourself and others, to prioritize joy. Make a conscious effort to play and to have joy in your life. Some of you need to mother yourself. Like you need to, especially those of you who had toxic or difficult relationships with your mothers, if you've become like, if you are this nurturing, loving person, you can literally, here we go, deal with the hurt by nurturing yourself with your mothering energy. That's really important. Some of you are being called on to embrace all that you are, right? This means every facet of yourself, your light, your shadow, the parts of yourselves that you're not thrilled with, love it all. And I think that's why this nurturing energy is coming up for some of you, because there's a need to really love on yourself. And then we have self-care at the bottom of the deck. Some of you, this would be a really good time if you have, if your mom or just a female presence is in the unseen realms, the ancestral realms that you really have a connection with, that was a good person, that you feel like is with you and helping you, put in a spiritual request. It's a really good time to work with that person right now. Light a candle and pray and ask for what you want, give some offerings. Just work with the feminine right now. I'm feeling is a really good idea, especially our ancestry. Let's get one more message for those watching. What do we need to know? One more message for those watching. For some of you, new love is coming into your life. There is an entry of new love, and I feel like it's bringing this invigorating, joyful energy to you. There is a change coming to some of you in your work, in the area of your work. Of if you're in a supervisory position, I see some change coming, or there's a change in the supervision at your job. Someone who is above you, there's a change coming to that, change coming to work, change coming to family, something with your children. Could even be your mother, a mother figure, a change coming in that area too. There is a disruptive force, and sometimes when we hear disruption, we think that's a bad thing, right? Like, oh God, there's a change coming. But some change is good. So we saw with the first cast, right, that there's a newness in the air. There's something beautiful coming into our lives. And all changes don't start off feeling beautiful, but they can end up being a really good thing, okay? So there is change coming. Some of you, the change is coming to your intentions. Like you had a plan maybe, and now your plan is shifting. Like now you're feeling like, oh my goodness, I need to pivot, or I need to go in a new direction. There's something calling me. So some of you are making a change and are going in a completely new direction. I don't even think you were expecting this, but some inspiration is coming to you. This could be in some type of collaboration, work collaboration, coming together. There's some type of shift coming in that area. You're being encouraged to be optimistic, look up and create a brighter outlook by choosing to. For some of you, this change that's coming might start off kind of feeling a little heavy, but the divine wants you to stop and focus on what good can come out of this change. Don't be in denial. There are some disruptions and some changes that need to happen in your life, and you're to embrace them. The disruption that's coming could be around someone's dishonesty. Be mindful of deception and make sure you're being honest with yourself, right? And with don't be in denial and dishonesty here, there could be someone that's not telling the full truth, but you also have to be careful of not admitting things to yourself. So that change, this disruption can be around, can cause like a conflict, or can be around someone not being honest or you not being honest with yourself. And lastly, laugh. Find reasons to laugh today. You may be seeing some type of disruption or change out in the world that really is upsetting to you, or you'll just notice a lot of beef and stuff in the world. You know, a lot of people going back and forth, a lot of fighting, and they're just like, don't pay attention to that. Like, find reasons to be happy, to be uplifted, okay? And we got the put in a spiritual request card. One last time, this is a great time to put up spiritual requests to your divine support system. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time, my dears. Bye.